Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. So glad y'all tuning in today. Today we're going to do kind of out of the ordinary, but we're going to do it today. We're going to do a review on Coming to America, Part 2. So this is going to be our review and opinion. So what do you think?
It's the first time we did this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and this actually was requested actually by me, man, because I felt like I just wanted to put my little small intake on it.
Yeah.
Because the whole world got something to say about it, so why can't I say a little
Go ahead. Yeah, you're
you
right.
know, so, first off, I saw the first one.
Okay, did you enjoy it?
Oh, the movie itself, the second one, first off? The second one?
Did you enjoy the first one? You liked the first one, right?
I mean, it was entertaining.
Okay.
I can't lie. I wasn't a fan of the first one, and I was a kid back then.
Yeah, because Coming to America came out in 1988.
Yeah, I was actually born.
Right.
So, yeah. Now when I saw it, of course, it was like years later, but I was a kid when I first seen it. Well, I won't lie, it was entertaining, but it ain't like I got it. It wasn't like it was one of my favorite movies or whatever.
Right.
But as I grew up and older and and still knew what it was and watched it, I can respect and say that it was a classic though.
Yeah, it is a classic. It
yeah.
is. That's one of the classic movies, especially in the black community. It's like one of the top black classic movies in the black community, at least.
Yeah. With that one that Eddie did, along with like Harlem Nights and stuff like that.
Right.
So when I saw the second one, my honest opinion, like I liked it. I enjoyed it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. My favorite character, of course, was Wesley. I liked Wesley's character, and then apart from Wesley, I liked the side characters Arsenio played, like the preacher man. I liked the barber, old barber dude.
Yeah. Now that barber scene, I like that.
Yeah, all the barbers was still genuine, bro. They was still themselves. They just older now, but you know what I'm saying. I don't see how the hell they still alive.
And I really liked the part. I ain't trying to give it away too much for people who hadn't seen it, but I do like that barber part when they said. When he came in there and he was looking for his son, but he had like a little attitude, and then they said, "Oh, I really liked him better when he was a prince."
Oh, he was a prince, yeah.
So I did. I liked it. Yeah. I liked that part there. But I think it was just nice to see. Myself, I did like the movie.
Yeah,
I liked it. I think everybody just had their expectations up too high, and you really can't have your expectations up that high when you talking about a part 2 to a classic. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Because see, for an example, like I understand where people come from though, because I feel like that right now about the new Mortal Kombat movie. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The first one, not the second Mortal Kombat movie, Annihilation, but the first one was a classic. Right, it was good. Classics. But now they're remaking it nowadays. I'm so scared to go watch it. I just don't want to be disappointed.
And then people have to also.
But if it's better, it's
understand that usually people are used to seeing a sequel to a movie every at least 4 or 5 years.
Shit, that's even too long.
And this one, in Coming to America, this was 33 years later.
I know, right?
You see what I'm saying? So you can't really build your expectations up too much because they waited 33 years later to do something like that. And I think that I was more just happy to see so many of the original characters just come back. This movie to me, I looked at it as a reunion video. Okay. It was a reunion. Like everybody came back together 33 years later. To me, I looked at it like, oh, they having a reunion show. Yeah. It's just like you watching a show it's a reunion. Almost like how Fresh Prince did with his reunion. He did a reunion and he bought all the new Vib, the old Vib. He bought everybody back. And that's kind of what Coming to America did. They just put it into a movie. I think that's why, people say, well, it wasn't that good to me. Well, I think it was based on really a community.
You know what? This is true too. Watch this. This is true too. Always remember this, man. It also depends on who you watch movies with.
That's true.
It can affect you, man. Like I did it with some pals of mine. I mean, it just the focus was generally on the movie. It wasn't really no talking. We didn't half motherfuckers weren't even studying the movie. Like I was in tune. Right. I was tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a lot of motherfuckers around you watching a movie, right? It's sad. Some people, not everybody, but some people don't have their own mind. You know what I'm saying? They're easily influenced. Because you can watch a movie and it's actually pretty decent. It's good. But everybody else like, you know, that was so lame.
Yeah. And a lot of them make me pay attention to it.
And that could slightly affect your view on it. And I guess that was kind of corny, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then
they had some corny parts. They had some corny parts, but you just have to.
Only corny part
it was
to me.
corny, but it was so corny till it made me still laugh. Like I was still.
I laughed at a few little parts, but the only corny part to me was when the main character, his son. That was the only time to me he tried to be funny. Is when he was trying to joke on Simi.
Right.
When Simi came in the room, and he was like, "You dressed like something."
Yeah.
Something. Looking at it, I was like, "Yeah, okay,
yeah, that was it.
He could have left that alone." Like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, the guy was good, and I heard about that he wasn't a good actor or something. Didn't nobody just know who the hell he was. That's all that was.
Yeah.
But I think the boy did a pretty good job.
I think they all did a pretty good job, except for one, and I'll let y'all know that one in a minute. But I think I enjoyed, and a lot of people say they enjoyed the scenery and the atmosphere and the costumes. You know, just the way they had
everything
it so
was refreshing.
colorful.
Everything was
refreshing.
It
was, and I think really this movie really brought people's mind out of what's going on in the world today. Yeah. And for a few minutes, Coming to America had everybody to where you wasn't worried about so much that was going. It was refreshing to take your mind somewhere else just for a short period of time. And that's why I really like the movie, because it's nothing in that movie that would really remind you of what's going on out here right now, because we have so much going on. And that's what I think people should look at it as, that. Like, it's a good movie, and it was good enough to keep people's mind off of focus on what's going on today, all the negativity. Yeah. And a lot of people said they liked the fact that it showed a lot of black love.
Of course.
It showed a lot of black, which something we don't see often in movies.
Now, all the other different type of cultures who watched the movie and had something so negative and terrible to say about it, and it was racist and all this, I'm going to just say, my opinion, I feel like it's a lot of their movies that they have that we don't get. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we ain't seen it, but we don't get that their type of humor. So how we probably expect for them to understand this movie fully? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know what the hell they probably was looking for, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, the movie to me, it wasn't that bad of a movie.
Right. It wasn't. It wasn't that bad of a movie at all. Actually, I enjoyed it.
I did.
And if you have that type of sense of humor, where you kind of enjoy a lot of little different things, and you got a little silliness in you a little bit, those people kind of are the ones who enjoyed the movie.
You know, it's crazy you said that, because I said that when we were watching it. I said, you know what, I can get it, because now it was one person I was watching it with that just did not think nothing was funny. But we know each other. Our humor is different.
Exactly.
I'm very goofy. Like, I like
and that's
I like the slapstick, the Wayans Brothers, Three Stooges type of comedy.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
those
the Kevin Hart type of. So that movie didn't really portray most of that to them. And so for me, I was like, well, I thought it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your humor too.
It's a lot of people that have a funny sense of humor, and they already have a little silliness, a little giggleness in them anyway. Yeah. So those are the people that most likely enjoyed it. But the ones who like to take all movies serious, and they looking for this and they looking for that and they looking for this little point, those are the ones that really don't. It doesn't matter if it was Coming to America too. They could be watching anything, and they always got to point out some negativity that's in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what. But now I do have to say, it was some people that said, "Oh, so you mean tell me they just gonna bypass the DNA test? Like, ain't nobody gonna DNA the dude." You know what I'm saying? Now, I thought that was pretty funny when I heard some of the people saying that, because, you know, we did ask around, y'all, and we did look at little different things that people were saying. And that's what the common thing a lot of people were saying, like, oh, so they just gonna bypass that DNA test, like, they don't need one. you know, and that was a good point. So, yeah, they could have stuck that in there. And then there's a lot of people that said that some people said they was trying to impress each other while they was making this film. Mm-hmm. Some people said it was some characters that was too focused on trying to impress each other and make each other laugh instead of focusing on impressing the audience and how to make the audience laugh. You see what I'm saying? And it was like you could see some characters that they feel like that they were so in tune of, because it was so many legends like in there, stars and stuff, is that each other was trying to outdo each other and they was trying to make each other laugh instead of saying, okay, our focus is whatever we doing, we got to try to make these folks laugh. Mm-hmm. But they were too busy trying to impress each other till they forgot to kind of focus on what really gonna make these jokers fall over in their stomach. Because you had some big stars in that movie that supposed to make you crack up. Mm-hmm. I mean, really supposed to make you fall to the floor, you know. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of humor in there. You know, you had a lot of people in there. So that's what a lot of people say that was... A friend of mine said,
do you think that if they had... Because, you know, Michael Blackson was in it. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
They said, do you think it would have been funnier if he was the son of Eddie Murphy?
No. Well, actually, Eddie Murphy, I looked at an interview or something he was doing, and actually, he said Tracy Morgan was really the character for his son.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad they switched that.
What he said, that
no disrespect to Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, I'm just saying, no, but he said that when they did a couple of takes with Tracy being his son, and then he said they all realized, and everybody on the set was like, we look too much close in age for, it's just, we're pushing it too much because he's too close in age to make it look like he's a son. Yeah. So that's when they got that guy. So the son really was supposed to be Tracy Morgan. Now that came from Eddie Murphy's mouth. I was looking at one of his interviews. So yeah. And I love Wesley Snipes, just like you said you did. And I like the fact that they included, a lot of people say, a lot of women say they like that they included women empowerment.
I've seen it on social media.
Yeah, that they included women empowerment. And what we mean by that is that, his daughter was able to hold down the fort while he was in New York. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Him, her, and the character of Arsenio Hall, everybody... they was able, the girl, and even his baby daughter came in there, they was holding down the fort for, like that.
His wife is queen. She had a voice in it.
When she had a voice, his wife had a voice, and everybody, women had more of a voice in this one, and that's what a lot of women did like too. Yeah. And we talked about the black love. Now the one thing that kind of shook me a little bit is when the bastard child. I just felt like, I know, but I know that's what they,
though.
Yeah, that's.
And they were like they're from a distant country, so it's like a lot of people do say
the bastard child. Yeah. So. I just don't want to give nobody an open door to think that they can start calling us bastard childs, because then they're gonna have something on their hands. Ain't gonna be too good. So don't use that as a phrase. Some people. Like you walk up to a dude or you get mad at him, holler, bastard child. No. Leave that inside of Coming to America too. Don't be trying to act like you can flaunt with that word, because you can't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think now what I said, it was one character that I had a problem with. Yeah. And I had a problem with not the stars themselves, but the character they portrayed, and that was Leslie Jones.
Already, oh Lord, everybody and their great granddaddy had something to say about her.
I had a problem.
I didn't see the problem.
I like that. I mean, I know you didn't probably see the problem, but my thing is, I love Leslie Jones.
I think she played her character.
I think she played her character. I just don't like what the writing of the character was supposed to say, do, and things like that, because it's like it went a little bit too overboard. It was like a little bit annoying. It was annoying as hell to me because it's like that. I feel like y'all couldn't find a better way for her to become pregnant by Eddie Murphy, by the character. Because we already now is having a problem with folks drugging folks and taking their prized possession and their sexual. They already know that people, we already having a problem with people doing different things to lure in sexual activity, such as dropping stuff in drink, using Mickeys, and trying to drug people to take, sexual stuff from them. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how it showed she got pregnant, by getting high and taking advantage of him. That was the only thing. And then it was like they portray, when they write these roles for some of our black women, they put an extra stereotype sauce on it that we carry ourselves ghetto. Like, hey, what's going on? Oh, shit, man, this shit is nice here. Oh, what? Like, we don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? So they put a little bit too much sauce on how they think regular black women out here, not the Hollywood women. Because, see, the Hollywood women, they have them go into nice places and they like caviar. You know what I'm saying? But us, all of us do not act like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and they didn't have Eddie's wife in the first one act like that, though. She didn't act
exactly.
Like that. But I think her sister or
no, but look who turned her to act like that. The ghetto woman.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
See what I'm saying?
Telling you, I very much understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But society, our community, let's not play ignorant and dumb to it, okay?
Right, but
look at, if you got an Instagram or if you got a Snapchat, I ain't gonna say Facebook too much. It's 50-50 with Facebook. It depends on who you friends with. But if you got an Instagram and you got a Snapchat, it's a lot of, especially amongst us, it's all cultures for real.
Right.
But we are notorious, some of our women acting real trashy on the motherfuckers.
Exactly.
And showing that attitude and out there and showing they at the club.
Exactly.
All that shit.
Exactly. So they do
giving
that.
them, you're giving them ammunition to be like, oh, this is how they are.
And I understand that.
Why, and then so those same women look at that character and be like, she being extra. We don't act like that. Don't act like that. You sure you don't?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
How are you conducting yourself when
that's
you're
what
out?
I'm saying. But you got to look at that it's two ways that it seems like we see the Hollywood movie, even Hollywood TV, when they want to put on a TV show or they want to make a TV movie. It's two ways we are portrayed. And men are portrayed. And the most. We are portrayed to be ghetto, over the top ghetto.
Okay.
Or we are portrayed as women getting their ass beat by their man. Or their rich man. Or their poor man. We always getting our ass whooped. Or drug out the house or, something like that. We are portrayed, black women, and two things. We are good at, this is what we see a lot of. We see 87% more of over-the-top ghetto-ness and getting our ass beat in every movie, right? And the guy is portrayed, the black man is all 87% of the time is being portrayed as a gangster or a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? And if he's a rich man that they want to show a rich black family, the woman either gonna get her ass whooped by him. You see what I'm saying? Or he gonna be doing something illegal that messed the whole thing up. But it is, what I'm saying is, it is some families out here, black and white, but mostly black. If you want to portray us, it is some of us that we have some good stuff going on. And the woman don't get a butt beat. all the time. She don't get her ass beat all the time, and the dude ain't hustling.
Ain't not in the streets and
ain't right, and he ain't hustling.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's some of us black women that when we go to big beautiful places, because you already know I have been to a lot of them. I've been to some stars' house, and you know what? I be like, yeah, it's nice because I'm used to it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So they need to bring some of that out more. That's all. I think a lot of people were saying. It's just that they're just putting a little bit too much extra
I just don't,
sauce on
I
that
got
stereotype.
And you ain't lying. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying I don't see. I think she did a great job because
she did.
What was the problem? All the women in the world didn't have no problem to say about Tiffany Haddish when she did Girl Trip.
Yeah.
If you ask me, her ass was way over the goddamn top of that movie. And she was extra ghetto too, but then they loved her. Girl loved her when she did that.
But see, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's another movie that has portrayed women, black women, as like ghetto. Oh, you know where he at? And like when she went into this lavish hotel and literally wanted to fight the dude in that lavish hotel. Okay, some of us ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying you just brought out a perfect point I was talking about. Look how quick we can announce a movie where they showing that's how black women are.
Yeah.
Now, is it that quick for everybody to name one that the black woman was very career thing and the black man was very career thing?
In that same movie, in Girl Trip, they did. They had the couple who was. Both of them, the woman and the husband who was career oriented. You know, all of them had men.
He was cheating on her.
All of them had men. Remember, I think except for Tiffany Haddish or whatever like that.
Yeah, but he was cheating on her. Remember, he had an Instagram hoe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They portraying us as that's how our relationship. That's how our relationship is always effed up.
Fucked up. I can say
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And as I'm saying, can we name one that the relationship? Can we name about 5 real quick about ain't like that? You see what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that. That's all I'm saying is like. I just want some of these Hollywood producers and Hollywood stars to not put so much sauce on that stereotype black. How you think our personalities are. Because all of us are not like that. So now that y'all have shown us how y'all think we act ghetto, show us how we act when we making them careers do what. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us some of us for real. You see what I'm saying? A movie with a girl and the man or whatever. And probably their kid or something probably had got kidnapped or something like that. And they hustling together to try to bring this thing together. And then they find the kid safe. And then the whole family is together. It might sound corny because you're used to seeing us act ratchet. But it could be someone that could, a good writer that can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all I got to say about this. What else you got to say? But overall, I love the movie. I like it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I liked it.
I liked it too. So
I just feel like certain other cultures just didn't understand the humor of it. Of today's society. That's all I feel like. And then I feel like the people who felt like it was rushed or it wasn't that good or they should have left it alone, isn't it? Whatever. You're just still so mentally. You're just like I said, because I can't lie. I understand it because that's how I feel about the new Mortal Kombat movie. I'm like, this motherfucker better be good. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I do. I got super high expectations. So I just told my friend, I said, you know what?
Maybe it will be good.
I told him, I said, y'all go watch it, man.
But don't look at reviews. No, I wouldn't do that because everybody, like we just said, you can't tell people to go watch it and then have them come back and tell you what it was like because, perfect example.
But they Mortal Kombat fans just like, I'm not telling just no anybody. We all in we in a club with this.
Okay.
Like, I'm sitting y'all. Because they ready. They ready to go say, I like, well, y'all go do it. Yeah. And then just keep it real with me and let me know how it was. Now, they come back and be like, hey, bro, it was straight. I'm telling you, you're going to like it. It was straight. I'll be like, oh, okay, I can watch it. But if they come back and be like, I don't think they
I normally watch it.
I'm going to still watch it. I'm going to still watch it, but I'm going to just be like, I ain't gonna have my expectations too high. I'm like, my boy said it was kind of trash. So let me see.
I always do that too. I always watch anything that comes out. I want to watch it. Rather people say something negative or positive, I'm going to watch it for myself anyway.
And I wasn't a true fan of the first one, even though I understand and respect that it was a classic.
You know, that was our day there.
So that's also amazing that she watched the new one and thought it was great. Hold on. Okay, did you think it was better than the first one, though?
And nothing can beat the classic. Nothing can beat the classic.
See, that's understandable because she feels that way, and honestly, I feel like they did better than the first one. But that's because, I wasn't a fan of the first one, but I respected it, though. I did thought it was pretty funny.
And see, the first one, and it's probably because, y'all know me, sometimes I have to tone it down. We have to tone it down on YouTube. I have a potty mouth. Right. So, in the first one, not that that's why I liked it, the first one, but, you know, in the first one, it was R. Because they curse. They curse and everything. This one here was PG because it was made for the TV. You see what I'm saying? And so I just like, because I remember, you know, with Eddie in the first one, he come out there and he was like, I'm here, whatever. I'm in America, everybody. And then somebody's like, F you. You know what I'm saying? Because it had hard language in it. And that's just, and I started cracking up, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that one was R-based. And you got to hear a whole, they let it loose. This one here is like, almost like they knew it had to go to TV, so they kind of toned it down a little bit. So that's probably why I said, other than that, I do like both of them almost the same, but it's just a classic. Okay. You know? That's a good way to put it. Yeah. All right, well. So that's all we got. Yeah, that was our take on. That's our take. Too, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that out there. Okay. Well, that's all, y'all. And we'll see y'all next week. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And y'all all know what that means. The more y'all know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye.